Hello, Penelopi. Welcome in this potato, where I talk with people about their passion in life, what drives them, what motivates them. Welcome.
Hello, Melissa. So nice to be here. Thank you very much. And nice to see you.
Thank you. Yeah, nice to see you too. I think we met in London last year, where you were at a Reconnective Healing training program.
Almere it was.
Sorry, in Almere it was, yeah, twice. Okay, yeah, in Almere. Sorry, yes. And then you did the training program for the reconnection also?
Yeah, true.
Yes. And then afterwards, I saw you like growing on Instagram. So I'm very interested to hear about your journey. But let's start at maybe a bit earlier. Who is Penelopi? What is your background? I know you're Greek, Dutch, no, Greek, German.
Exactly. My father was Greek. My mom is a German. I grew up in Athens, went to a German school here. So then I left to study in Germany. I studied social work and did a master in empowerment studies. I have two kids, which are now kind of grown. My son just turned 18. My daughter,
Wow.
yes. So I'm a mom. I was working in Germany for more than 10 years with people with a refugee background.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a lot of experience with working with people with really multiple different backgrounds.
Okay.
And a part of that in my personal life, let's say due to conditions, I started this spiritual path as well, this spiritual journey, starting with Conversations with God from Neil Donald Walsh. This was really an opener for me. Yeah, and last year I started doing spiritual life coach trainment. So, and I realized through that process that this coaching, I did it so long, this counseling, and this is not a format for me any longer. And I thought that, yes, I want some energy work. But for a long time, I couldn't find. I was listening to people hearing the one Reiki, aura reading, theta healing, all kinds of things, but it didn't, respond to me. And 2 years back, I was really at a critical, let's say, point in my life where the decision was to be done to come back to Greece after all these years. And I met Karin, a wonderful, wonderful reconnected.
You mean Karin Danebroek?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, she's in my eyes, a famous practitioner in Germany also. Yeah.
I don't know whether she's famous, but for me, she's really, really a great mentor,
Okay. Yeah.
because I really feel that she practices what she preaches, and that
Patience,
is
right.
something I
She's
really,
a big
really.
inspiration for me also. That she, yeah, you're right. Yeah, I can see what you mean.
Yes. So through our hairdresser, I met her. My hairdresser, who is also a spiritual person, told me about her, and she just didn't say much, but through her words, I was hearing this message from Neil Donald Walsh, and I was like, yes, I want to do it. When is she coming to Cologne? Tell me. And this is how it went. And I got my first reconnective healing, full of expectations in my head. I was lying on the table. I was like, I don't feel nothing. What is this? What is happening? And then she was like, okay, I'm done. And I was like, I got up, and it was like, bam, I don't know, it was magic in this moment. All the room lit up. I cannot really say. It was very, very strong what I experienced in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, after she did healings for my children as well. And that was it at that moment. That was about 2 years ago.
Okay.
And it's only later on I realized the impact with the steps further in my life, because after that I really broke out of many systems that are really strong in the society and have really big influence. I took my children out of school. I I Yeah, I let them just be and follow their passion. My son wants to be a football player and he's really good. And this is a big step, you know, for somebody to say, yes, okay, focus on it. If not, you will find another way. It doesn't have to be diploma, 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 even though I have many diplomas because this is how I grew up. But yeah, just, I don't know, the world is changing. And this first reconnective healing I got, I think, gave me a big push as well. Yeah, and then last year, I was also, you know, in a situation again, I don't know what to do and what happened, because I came to Greece with a sabbatical at first, which finished. So then it was like, okay, how to continue? And I was also forced to go back to Germany, leave my kids here for a while with my mom. And yeah, I was in this training for the spiritual coach, and I was like, yeah, I need something more than that. And then can't explain, like it's always the case, I think, with reconnective healing, how and what, but I just suddenly it came to my head, it found me, you know. So I was starting to Google, and I was talking to Karin a lot. She really helped me because I was like, oh my God, I'm so broke after a sabbatical. I cannot really afford this. And she was like, no, it will all come to you, you know? And I'm very happy because of a misunderstanding. I registered for the whole thing. I was thinking that in order to be a practitioner at all, I have to have done it all, which
Okay.
I think is not the case, right? If you do the first
Oh,
level, you just do
the
reconnective
first
healing.
level, yes, yes, right.
But thank God I didn't understand it like that. I
So you
misunderstood
attended both training programs at the same time by accident.
by accident. And it was crazy because I was talking to Karin after I was coming back to Greece for 3 weeks, after I was coming back to Germany. And she was, so, you know, she's traveling a lot, right?
Yes, yes.
So it was mid of November last year. And I was like, okay, I need to have my reconnection in order to participate, but I don't want to get it from anyone else but you. How can we do it? And then she was like, yes, I will come. I'm coming to Germany anyhow. I will postpone it a little bit. So we meet there. And then it was like, yeah, mid of November, I got my reconnection, day 1, day 2. And on the third day, I left to Holland, to the Netherlands.
Wow.
And Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
Wow.
Yes. And yeah, since then, this is really my passion. You know, after I went back, I was in Germany, things were hard. I had to work a lot. My kids were not there. And I was, you know, in a difficult place. And every time somebody was asking me about reconnective healing, and I was starting to explain, especially in the beginning, you try to put this in words to explain it to people. It's difficult still now. Yeah. So I saw that even though I was in this, you know, winter mood, every time I start to explain about this, I was lighting up totally. And I was like, wow, this really has a big effect on me. And I love it. I just love it so much. And I want to do that. I don't know how, I don't know what, but I want to do that. Yes.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just got my reconnection, so things developed in a very good way for me. And 2 months later, I'm back in Greece with my children.
Wow.
Yes, and now I want to do this work for both Greece and Germany. So I'm coming and going, but I found my base back here in Greece, and that is wonderful because this is
Wow.
my wish since long time. You know, I just went to Germany, 20 years old, only to study and come back. Yeah, and then life got in the way. I got pregnant, la 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 la, and 22 years later,
You're
I
back.
made it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow, that's beautiful. So how would you describe um, after your first reconnective healing session with Karin, how would you describe the healing? I do like this, but it's a bit stupid. But how because it's like you say, it is difficult to put it in words, what the effects are, what it can do for people.
Mm.
What is your experience?
Yes. My experience, and also more now as a practitioner, seeing totally different reactions of people, because I know myself, all the spiritual things that come to me are very subtle. Even if I facilitate healings, I feel it strongly, but subtle always.
Mhm.
And that's why in that moment during the healing, I didn't feel much. And
Okay.
I see a very big range of reactions to the healings. I mean, some people see God, see light, see colors, see shadows, see one lady after I finished. She's also a Reiki practitioner for more than 40 years. So she's, very spiritual. She was like reaching out to me, please get me out of the sea. She was in the ocean somewhere,
Mhm.
so yeah, it's a big range. But for me personally, because of I feel things subtle, the personal reconnection, the reconnection is very strong. It's a very strong thing, and I love it. And I would love to reconnect like the whole world, because there I really felt it more. I
Mhm.
was like, still not, like movies that other people see, but I felt this cold. I was so, so cold, like I was shivering in day one. And in day two, it was crazy because it was the same cold that was there in my body, but I didn't feel cold. I didn't feel it. The cold was there. I knew it was, this is also typical. You experience something and you cannot really put it in words, right?
Yes.
So, yes.
Yes, it is. But it's nice that you try. Because yeah, it's nice to hear about it. But as you say, it doesn't mean anything or
Mm.
so. How would you describe the effects? Can you of your person? I can see that you're really passionate, and it's the same for me. The sessions are one thing. It's lovely to do and to help people, but the personal reconnection really is a whole other level if you want. So, what is your experience since November? How do you? Uh, uh, I'm sorry, I'm just
Oh, I
looking
think
for the word in English. How do you experience the effects?
Mhm. Yes. The reconnection for me, the effects were immediately experienceable. Okay, also, I was then really into the matter, right? I learned about it. I really went very deep. It was not like the healing, I just got it and went on with my life and didn't know much about it. Okay, but the first thing that was really, really strongly experienceable for me was this clarity, right? Like I said, I was in a difficult situation, but my head was clear. I was seeing what was going on.
Hmm.
And I know, like myself, how I was in the similar situation before. I was like struggling. I was like this, let me,
Yeah, in the chaos you were turning out.
exactly. So, and that had gone completely. I was knowing what is going on. I was knowing this is this reaction, this is your reaction. It's not a real reaction. For instance, I don't know, in Germany we say Vogelperspektive, like the bird
Yeah,
perspective, right?
Yeah.
That
You
was
can zoom
there.
out and
Yeah,
see what is going on in the bigger picture. Yes,
that
beautiful.
was there since
Mm.
day one, I can say.
Mhm.
And also, yes, how my life developed. Like, really, only 2 months later, I went back to Greece, which was my dream, like, since I can remember, right?
Mm.
Yeah. So, yes, and apart from that, yes, this I remember now. The very strong feeling I had, and I still have it, is that suddenly I was seeing like doors popping up everywhere in front of me, which some I have opened and went through, and others are still waiting for me. But like chances in life.
Mm.
And I have a very positive feeling about the path that I have now followed, that it's mine. Like,
Wow.
I'm really, I'm reconnected, right? Back to who I am supposed to be, and not and how I was before, as an employee, as a single mom, trying to find my way in these really cruel school systems and all. No, it's like this life is for me, and I can do with it whatever I want, and I know now what I want. So yeah,
Wow. Yeah.
yeah.
Beautiful.
For
Thank
me,
you.
really, Melissa, it has been powerful.
Mhm.
And I also want to say here that for me, you have been a wonderful teacher. And even still now, that when I do the reconnections, you're always in my ear, your teachings. And I'm like, oh, take care of your body. I don't know, this,
Yeah.
that. I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah. Thank you, Penelopi. But when you say this, I do have the same with my teachers. So I
yeah,
can really sense that what you hear as being me, it's something far more strong that I'm just like you facilitate sessions for people. This instructing, this teaching is a bit the same. It's an energy.
yeah,
Yeah, and
right.
it's not really me, but yeah, but I love to do it. It's yeah.
It matches you. It's your passion, maybe
Yeah,
also.
well, yeah. It's very, very interesting to move on our path
Yeah.
as we feel that it is our path. So what will be, do you have an idea of how you want to move on?
Yes. Um, I'm having the reconnective sessions and reconnective healing sessions anyhow, which I'm facilitating in both Germany and Greece. And, in Germany, I have a bigger network than here. Here, the main thing is now networking to see, because 20 years ago, Greece was like a totally different country, right? 20 years changed a lot. And there's also a very big spiritual movement. I don't know what to say, how to call it, movement, let's say.
Okay.
Yeah, just to be networking. And one thing I also started doing by accident, because of one girl from my spiritual life coach training. She's also from Cologne, and she's a Reiki master and hypnosis coach, things like that. So we have a very good vibe. And she was like, yeah, I want to do this cacao ceremony. Do you want to join me? And I was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. And we did our first one. And this is like, for me, it was like, okay, this is mainly her topic, like more this shamanic way, if you want. Ours
Yes, yes.
free from all, and we don't need nothing. But I was sitting there, and in this group, then I just started, to put some vibes in the place, and I felt that, ooh, this really takes it to another level.
Yes.
And after I thought about it. I was like, yes, but we don't need rituals, we don't need techniques, we don't need anything. And then I was like, yeah, reconnected feeling is free from everything. And if we are so free from everything, then we should also like be open to everything. There should not be this exclusion, like, no, you do your rituals and your and I don't know what, and I don't cannot be a part of it because I don't need those. And somehow, you know, this collaboration thing is also a thing I would like to follow. Yeah, in terms of unity, you know, also in the
Yes,
spiritual world, not everybody has to do their own.
yes, yes.
So, yeah, with my sister also, she's a aura reader and also Reiki master. And now we are planning a retreat here in Greece on an island. So I like to do collaborations like that.
Oh yeah, yeah. I saw your announcement on it. It looked very interesting. So I think what is coming to my mind now is that you probably would have a lot of interest in doing the mentor training, as I can see that you feel joyful by sharing, not only by sessions but also by talking about, and
Mm.
it could be, well, it could be interesting. Who knows?
Yeah, I thought about it. I don't know. For now, I think it's not the right time for me.
Right, right.
Because I really want to put my effort in my own thing.
Yes, yes,
And this collaboration thing, this one thing, my reconnective healing is also inside of me is growing. I have many ideas, but they are not yet, you know,
yes,
in a
yeah,
shape to
yeah,
share. But
yeah,
this this my path, I need to just I want to follow it and put all
yes,
my
yes.
effort here. And yeah, maybe one day, nobody knows. You're
Nobody
right.
knows.
I have the passion definitely
Yeah, yeah.
to
But it's
share.
lovely to see that you can feel what is right for you on this in this time. What is the next step? So this also is, it's already beautiful.
I'm reconnected.
Yeah, you are. Lovely. So is there something else you want to share about, just to finish our talk? Is there something else you want to share, or?
Mm, uh, I don't know. I think I shared a lot. I think I
Yes, you did.
hope. Yes, there is one thing. Okay, I have one thing because from my small experience by now, um, I realized that reconnective feeling and the reconnection is really hard to explain and put in words.
Mhm.
So, like, I don't know, a message or what, just try it. Try
Mm,
it out because you don't have nothing to lose. You don't have to put anything big in it. You know,
mm,
you don't have to, like in other maybe spiritual things, like really go deep in your wounds and your traumata and yeah, which can really be helpful in a healing process.
mm,
But many people are not ready to do that.
mm,
And reconnective healing is free from all that. You can just only need to lie down, close your eyes, receive. Receive. This is not a big thing. Just try it. It's so much easier if one just try it, receive it, and then, okay, maybe if very few people will say, I didn't feel anything. Happened to me once, okay, but the big majority has
mm,
really, really great experiences
mm,
and also benefits for their lives
mm.
instantaneously and
Or later on, yeah.
yeah, so try it. This is what I
Okay.
would like to add. Just try it.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much, Penelope, for this
Thank
talk. It was great talking to you.
you
Great to hear you.
too. Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you.